Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a horror DVD collection update. I honestly can't remember the last update that I did. It might have been last year around this time, but I know over the past year I have received more horror DVDs from subscribers, and also I did pick up some from my last Bull Moose trip, and so I figure why not do a quick update. Now, first of all, if you do hear noise in the background, which you probably do, that is my air conditioning, believe it or not. It is so humid today. I know we're at the end of September and we should be wearing hoodies right now, but it's still about 70 to 75 degrees here in Connecticut, and it's humid, plus it's raining today, and that's not a good mix. So for me to survive on camera, I need my air conditioning. Also, as I'm going through my pile, I'm probably going to sound very repetitive with I still have not seen this movie yet, because this is something I need to work on, and I'm probably going to put on my list for 2026 of goals that I want to achieve. I want to watch more of my DVD collection in the brand new year, because that is one spot of my collection that I feel like I'm kind of ignoring. And so you're probably going to hear that a lot. I still haven't seen it. I still haven't watched it, but no worries. I have full-on intentions of watching every single piece of physical media I have in this room. After all of that explaining, let's get to my current horror DVD collection. And I have to start off with my favorite horror movie of all time. You saw it in the thumbnail. Of course, it is Scream. And this DVD does mean a lot to me, because this is from so far back in the day when Scream first debuted on DVD, obviously. I mean, I went and saw the movie when I was 16 years old. It came out in 1996, so I was 16. Yeah, I was 16 that year. And so this just really means a lot. I've had this DVD in my collection all this time. In fact, last year around this time, if you guys remember, is when I discovered all of my Scream DVDs again, because I had them packed away in my storage facility. And so it just means a lot that I can now have this in my collection. And I know I have the 4K for all of these movies, obviously except for Scream 4. That is not available yet. But there's something about the DVD, at least with horror movies for me, as I explained. So here we go. I'm blabbing. I'm sorry, but you know me. I like to blab and I ramble on. So here is Scream. And of course, I obviously have Scream 2 as well. Continuing with Scream 3. And finally, Scream 4. I picked this up because I absolutely love the slipcover. It was at Walmart one year, and I really do wish that Walmart for spooky season slipcovers would go back to slipcovers like this, because I do enjoy the glow-in-the-dark Halloween slipcovers, but I feel like Walmart does that every single year, and it kind of gets boring. Whereas one year, they came out with the slipcovers looking like this, and it was just so refreshing to have something different to pick up. And so obviously when I saw Scream 4, I had to have it, and I also picked up a couple of other slipcovers that look similar to this as well, that you're going to see in just a second. Now, I do not have Scream 5 and 6 on DVD. Maybe I should one day, because they're only $5 at Walmart just to complete the collection. You know what I'm saying? Just to complete the franchise, because I love all of the movies. Scream 1, I was thinking for a second. Scream 1 is obviously number one for me, and it will, of all time, will always be number one. But you know what? I feel like the rest of the franchise for me is all on an equal level playing field. I just love that franchise with my whole heart. Let's move on to Halloween, shall we? Along with my Scream DVDs from the storage facility, I also unearthed my DVD of Halloween. Oh my gosh, I remember picking this up. I had never seen Halloween before, and I picked this up and I watched it, and I was just amazed and blown away by how amazing this film was. And I have a very extensive Halloween, excuse me, I have a very extensive Halloween movie collection. And so even though I have multiple copies of the original Halloween, I will not get rid of this DVD because it just means a lot to me. So it's staying. Now, the other two Halloween slipcovers that I was talking about, along with Scream 4 that I picked up, are the Rob Zombie Halloween 1 and 2. I mean, look at these. They're so incredible. They were cheap and reasonable. They were like $5 a piece. I really like that one. So I just really wish that Walmart would do something like this again, like do something different, because for me personally, the Halloween glow-in-the-dark slipcovers are kind of getting old at this point. It's very repetitive. It's the same thing every single year. Sometimes they give us a different a different color. I think we had green one year, but it's the same design, glow in the dark. Who cares? Give us something new. All right, if Walmart sees this, maybe, maybe not. You never know who's watching. Do something about it, Walmart. Can't have a collection without Nicolas Cage. Vampire's Kiss. I'm not really sure how horrific this is because I have seen the movie one time. It's not like overly graphic with horror or anything, but it's a vampire movie, so it definitely counts. Now, the next few films that I'm going to show you, I went to Goodwill maybe like a year and a half ago. Obviously, this was when I was still picking up physical media. This was right before the buying freeze. And so I went to Goodwill with the intention, I wanted to find horror DVDs to bulk up my collection. So some of these are horror, yes, maybe like psychological thriller. Oh, that's something else I forgot to mention. Some of these are more on the psychological thriller side, but because I kind of lump those genres together just a little bit, they're in this pile. So at Goodwill, I picked up Cold Creek Manor. This is one of those examples of it's probably more of a psychological thriller film. I still haven't watched the darn thing, but eventually I will get there. And we've got Wolves. Jason Momoa is in this thing. He's right down there. There we go. I picked this one up because I need more like werewolf movies in my collection, and I thought this might be a good one. It's probably not a good movie. I don't know. And we've got The Breed. I'm curious about this one because we actually have like known actresses in the film. We have Michelle Rodriguez and Taryn Manning. So I don't know. We'll see what that one's all about. And I did also pick up in the same trip Taking Lives with Angelina Jolie and Ethan Hawke. It has been forever since I have seen this film, but I know it's more of a thriller. But looking forward to that rewatch. This movie was sent over recently. It is Dolores Claiborne. I absolutely love Dolores Claiborne. Kathy Bates can do no wrong in my eyes, especially if she's in an adaptation by Stephen King. I mean, she's just incredible and amazing. This is not a horror film. This is definitely like thriller, psychological thriller. But it counts, in my opinion. It counts. And Jennifer Jason Leigh is also amazing in this movie. So if you have not seen Dolores Claiborne, you really need to, because it is an incredible movie. Fantastic performances. This next film is close to my heart because Sam Rockwell is in this movie. And no, it is not Poltergeist, the remake of Poltergeist. It is not that film. It is called Joshua. And this was sent over from G, I believe. If I'm remembering correctly, G sent this over. And when I unboxed this in the subscriber mail video when he sent it over, I pretty much went nuts because Sam Rockwell was in the movie. And I so do appreciate that he thought about that. He knew that I really love Sam Rockwell, so he found this and sent it over. Truly incredible. It's actually a pretty decent movie. Again, this is more like a thriller situation, but it's good. It's good. It's one of those films where you have a child that is really freaking... It's a creepy child situation movie, and that's all I'm going to say. but it is worth the watch. Also, Vera Farmiga is in the film as well, and she's becoming such a horror icon in movies because she's just done so much in the genre. So definitely worth your time there. I have another Stephen King movie for you, Cat's Eye, with Drew Barrymore. I still have not seen this one. Embarrassing to say, I still have not. Kim and Julia. Kim and Julia have sent over several items to me over the past couple, like year and a half, couple of years. I truly do appreciate them. They're just such amazing people. And they sent over the 6-film collection of Children of the Corn. I just watched the very first Children of the Corn for the first time, like about a week ago. So now I know what I'm getting into. And so now we have, 2, 3, 4, obviously 5, 6. Children of the Corn, 666. Isaac's Return. All right. I hear that pretty much all of these movies are the exact same plot line. I'm not really sure if that's true or not, but I'll get there. I will get there. Maybe because that's from Stephen King, right? Maybe I should have like a Stephen King watching month. That would really knock out like a lot of blind spots for me. So that I will consider in the future. These next two I picked up at Big Lots when they still existed, when they had physical media. I think it was one of the last times that I went there. And I thought these were just so cool to find. They were like $3.99 a piece or something. So we have Zombies from Outer Space. It's an older film, obviously. Well, no, wait. This one's from 2002, so it's not that old. It looks like it is, but it's not. 2012. Okay. Return of Dracula. This is the older movie. 1958. And I love vampires, so anytime I can add a brand new vampire film, Dracula movie, whatever it is, I'm going to go for it. So I thought these were very cool finds at Big Lots. And that's what I miss about Big Lots, because you find stuff like this that you would not find in Walmart, maybe Barnes & Noble if you do have a decent DVD, section of the store. You never know. It's never a guarantee. And I miss Big Lots so much for that. All right, I think this was another send over from Kim and Julia. They sent me like a horror box one time and it was like so awesome. This is a 4-movie horror collection. Have not watched any of them yet. We've got The Veil, Mercy, Visions, and Mockingbird. There we go. So that'll be fun one day. I'm looking at my DVD pile hoping it doesn't topple over. Okay, this is another pickup from Big Lots that I made. We've got the Prom Night movies. We've got the first Prom Night 2, Hello, Mary Lou, and then Prom Night 4, Deliver Us from Evil. Prom Night 3 is not included in this pack because I think someone mentioned that the third film was made by a different studio or something, so because of that it could not be included with this collection set, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, who knows if it's a good movie or not? It's probably not, but it still would be nice to have. I don't know. I've only seen the original Prom Night with Jamie Lee Curtis, and that is it. I've only seen that movie one time, so I am due for a rewatch with Prom Night. I gotta get on it. I gotta get on everything. I'm so behind. See, this is why taking a break from physical media buying is good. I'm getting to my movies in my collection. Okay, this next film was sent over. I'm not exactly sure how horrific this film might be, but it looks pretty horrific by the cover. I mean, it looks like it has bad intentions, in particular Liam Neeson on the cover of this, so I added it into the collection. It's called Afterlife. And I mean, Liam Neeson there is looking like a sinister doctor. It looks like Christina Ricci's like his patient or something. Something weird's going on here. And then of course you have Justin Long, because he just likes to star in a whole bunch of horror films, which is fine. How can you save yourself if you're already dead? I mean, that fits, right? The horror genre, we're talking dead, it fits. So Afterlife. There we go. This next DVD was sent over as well. It is called D. Snyder's Strange Land. And the person, I'm sorry, I do not remember exactly your name, but the person that sent this over did comment, you know, to watch this. I will get there. I will get there. Trust me. There's a lot of physical media that I have to get to in my room, but no worries. I will be getting to this. I promise. Now, this next DVD, this one also means something to me because this was an item that I found at Walmart when I was on a Walmart trip and not being able to buy. I could not pick it up, but I said to myself that would be awesome to have, and I mentioned that in the video, and it was sent over by a subscriber, and I thought that was just so nice. We have the Roger Corman's Cult Classics all-night marathon. This would be fun to watch, like on Halloween night or something, you know, like old school, taking it back to like, you know, the 80s when we used to do that. That would be, you know what I'm saying? Like watching older movies on Halloween night. Like, I mean, I watch movies I watch movies every night regardless, but like, you know what I'm saying? Halloween now does not feel like it was when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, and I'm sure, you know, back to the 70s, 60s, however old you are, if you're watching out there. I mean, it just hits differently. And something like this was what we were watching back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Am I making sense? I hope I am. So we have vampires, mummies, and monsters. We have Lady Frankenstein, The Velvet Vampire, another vampire movie, Time Walker, and Grotesque. Yeah, Grotesque. So that looks pretty cool. I appreciate this so much. Thank you so much for sending that over. This, okay, the next three that I'm going to show you, these were all pickups by me at Big Lots before they closed. I just thought this was awesome. Even though I have 2 of the 3 movies, I just thought the little set of the Amityville Horror looks so cool on DVD with this little set and everything. Like they have the teeny tiny little packages for the DVDs. They're like razor thin. See, look at that. But the only one I don't have is Amityville 2, The Possession. And that looks pretty awesome. I love all these covers. Right there. There we go. And so part 2 is the only one that I really need to watch because I have seen the other 2 films. But this was like $7.99. I mean, I would have paid that just for the second movie. So why not get the set? It just looks cool. It just really looks cool. I love it. I love it. So along with the Amityville Horror, the same trip, I also picked up Dark Shadows, more vampire stuff, right? Yeah, this is vampire. Yeah, it's vampire. The original television cult classic, Dark Shadows, DVD collection 24. There's like multiple of this, but contains 40 complete episodes and bonus interviews. So I picked up that one. And then I thought this was really awesome to find this. By the way, Dark Shadows was like $4.99, and then what I'm about to show you was like $5.99 or something. So cheap and reasonable. This is why I miss Big Lots so much. I thought this was so cool. 11, first of all, it's like a tin case. Can you see that? 11 midnight movies on DVD, and it's all a variety. So you have vampire movies, werewolves. Let me hold it up. We have Disc 1, Fangs of the Living Dead, Grave of the Vampire, The Devil's Nightmare. Disc 2 is werewolf films, and then Disc 3 we have zombie movies, and on Disc 4 are zombie films. So you have vampires, werewolves, and zombie movies. How awesome is that? For $5.99? Incredible. Incredible find. Love this. I haven't watched it yet, but I will. But I will. I will get there. So cool. All right. Let's move on next to the second pile of the stack. Okay, I'm just assuming that this is like horror because I think we're dealing with the devil here in End of Days. I haven't watched this movie yet, but someone sent it over to me, and I was kind of reading the description on the back. We're dealing with the devil, so that's horrific, right? So it goes in the pile. I'm looking forward to watching that one. Speaking of Stephen King, I have a lot of Stephen King in my collection. We have got the miniseries of The Shining with, what's his name? Steven Weber? Yeah, Steven Weber. Rebecca De Mornay's in this too. I did not know that. I love Rebecca De Mornay so much. Steven Weber is in this. The only reason why I have not watched this yet is because it is so long. Like I said, it's a mini series. If you're unfamiliar with what a mini series is, these existed back in the day when I was growing up, where a cable network, it was usually NBC or ABC or CBS, they would air something called a mini series that would occur over like 3 or 4 nights in a row, and that it would something that would draw you back every single night. And The Shining was one of those back in the day. The runtime of this is 273 minutes. That's an investment of time. And right now, I just don't have the time to watch this. I just don't. That is so freaking long. Someday I will. Someday I will, and I will make the effort to watch this. But right now, I just can't. I appreciate having it. I'm curious to see if I enjoy this more than the original Shining with Jack Nicholson. We will see. We will see. This next DVD was also sent over to me, and I think I'm going to pull this to watch during the month of October. I don't know. I'm just feeling like a Sandra Bullock movie. We got Murder by Numbers. I still have not seen this one yet. And as I was, organizing everything, I was like, you know what? I think I want to watch this in October, because when I was pulling all of my films for September and October, did I pull any DVDs? No, I did not. I was stupid. I was dumb, and I did not pull any DVDs. So I do want to change that. I want to rectify that. So I think I want to watch this film for next month. If I can fit it in, I will definitely watch it. You also have Ryan Gosling in here. I mean, if it's not horror, it's like psychological, so I think that fits. I've had this one in my collection like forever. Someone else sent this over too. The Hills Have Eyes 2, unrated. I mean, I've seen the original, and that was Wes Craven, right? I believe. But I haven't seen the first of like this, like the remake version. I have not seen. Does it matter? I don't know. Probably not. Who cares? Just go in blind and watch it. So I still gotta watch that one. Now, again, I'm not exactly sure if this is a horror film, but it's really giving horror movie vibes, I do have to say, from the cover. And on the back, it says a chilling roller coaster ride. It is Hide and Seek with Robert De Niro and Dakota Fanning. I pulled it just in case. I gotta watch these. I really do. I pulled this just in case because I didn't want to leave it out if it is a horror film. I don't know. Comment down below and let me know. Maybe it's more psychological. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a thriller. I mean, on the back, it says in quotations, genuine scare fest. That's enough for me. That's enough for me to include it. This is also another film that I think I'm going to put off to the side and watch in the month of October. I actually picked this up last year at Bull Moose. I'm not sure if it was in October or April when I went. Joyride. Paul Walker, Steve Zahn, Lily Sobieski. Whatever happened to her? I felt like she was so popular during this time period, and then she kind of just vanished. I don't know. But Joyride. I've always wanted to see this, and why I still haven't watched it, I don't know, but I'm going to put this off to the side. That one, I'm going to make an effort to watch that one. All right, this is another, is it horror? I'm not really sure because I still haven't seen it, but I think it's more of a thriller. I think it's more of a thriller because, well, I mean, it does say on the cover, a sexy twist-a-minute thriller. It is The Gift. And this is such an amazing all-star cast led by Cate Blanchett. I mean, how can you go wrong? You have Cate Blanchett, Giovanni Ribisi, Keanu's in here, Katie Holmes, Greg Kinnear, and Hilary Swank. I mean, come on. You know what? I'm going to put this one off the side too. I got to watch this stuff. So, it's a thriller. It counts. But I'm going to try to watch that in October too. Trust me. All right. We've got Deer Camp 86. I picked this up a while ago. Still haven't watched the darn thing. Still haven't watched it. Eventually I'll probably have like a summer camp watching month, and you know, that can go in there and I'll give it a shot. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. This next movie was sent over by a subscriber. We had Stay Out of the Attic. I mean, that's not a horror movie. I don't know what is. I mean, look at this back cover. There we go. That says it all. Still haven't seen this darn thing. I'm not really sure if there's anyone I recognize. No, not really, but we'll give it a chance. We'll give it a shot. I have no idea how that movie is, but we will see. I appreciate it being sent over. Ooh, this is another movie I have to watch. Gothica. I picked this up at Bull Moose for my Robert Downey Jr. collection. I did want to pick this up at Goodwill with all those other movies that I showed you, but the copy that was there, the disc was so scratched up, I was like, no way. And Bull Moose only accepts pristine product, and they take care of things. Obviously, I checked the disc, and everything always looks fine from Bull Moose. So, Gothica. Halle Berry as well. I have seen this movie, but it's been a bit. It's been a while, so I need that rewatch. So I'm going to put that one off the side as well. Next up, this was from the DVD storage, and I was so excited. Secret Window with Johnny Depp. I have not seen this in forever. More of a thriller, obviously, not a straight up horror movie with gore and tons of blood and everything, but psychological thriller. Can't wait. Gotta watch that one. Excited? Alright. I'm looking at the sticker. I forgot to take this off. This was also a Bull Moose pickup. It was in the horror section, but I feel like it's more of like a, thriller, psychological thriller. It is Hideaway with Alicia Silverstone. I love Alicia Silverstone, especially during the 90s, during this time period back in the day. When was this? 90 something, it's gotta be. I don't know. Oh no, 2004. I apologize. But it's really close to the 90s. That's when Alicia Silverstone was like just so popular back in the day, and I always loved her, appreciated her. We also have Jeff Goldblum in here, and I have never seen this, so curious about that one. This is another DVD that was sent over by a subscriber, vampire film. We have Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat. I actually do have I believe it's Vestron Blu-ray of this film, but I'll keep this because, can't have enough vampires in your collection, so I will keep that one around as well. Another movie sent over by Kim and Julia. We have got more Johnny Depp with Dark Shadows. I'm due for a rewatch with that one as well. I've only seen it one time. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good, funky, weird. That's Tim Burton, right? Yeah. Tim Burton. I love his stuff. We also have Cursed, werewolf movie with Christina Ricci. Love this one. Joshua Jackson. I thought for a second that Justin Long was also in this one. Is he? Is Justin Long in here? No, he's not. I was thinking of someone else. But directed by Wes Craven, also written by Kevin Williamson, who wrote Scream, and that's what really intrigued me about this movie. It was sent over by someone, and I really did appreciate that because they probably knew with my love of Scream, I would enjoy this movie as well. And that's a good that's a good werewolf movie. I didn't really enjoy it the first time I watched it, but the more that I've seen Cursed, the more I enjoy it. It's one of those, it grows on you. So if you've seen it one time, you didn't really care for it, give it another chance, trust me. All right, we have a few more items and then we're done. And this is the small collection. Imagine, a different physical media collector that has like thousands of horror DVDs. All right. Late Night with the Devil. This was sent over by Chloe, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. I did stream this on Hulu. I was okay with it, but I think I do need to rewatch this one just to see if my opinion of the film does change. Now, even though that 4K collection most likely will be coming over from Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm still going to keep the following items because when you have an amazing DVD snapper case, you just don't want to get rid of it. So we have the first Nightmare on Elm Street. I found this at FYE with the Steelbook crew on one of our trips together, and so I thought this was a great find. It was like $3.99 or something, so I'm definitely keeping that one. Along with, I love this set. I absolutely love it. I love the case that it's in. You have all 8 movies because Freddy vs. Jason is also included in here. And in that 7 film collection, it's not for the 4K collection. Freddy vs. Jason is not in the 4K collection. I don't know why, but it's not. So we have all 8 films here. So I will be keeping this. Even though I do have the Blu-ray collection as well, I'm just going to keep it all because I like how it looks. Found that at Walmart for like, I don't know, $19.96 or something. It was an amazing deal. All right, the final DVD item to show you. Horror DVD. Classic. The Universal Classic Monster Set. This was one of my last pickups that I did before the buying freeze set in almost a year ago now, surprisingly enough. And I thought this was such an amazing deal. Complete 30 film collection set, all of the Universal Monster films, and this was like $50 or something like that, or $60, I don't know. But I thought it was a very reasonable deal. And you have everything in here. Dracula, Frankenstein, Mummy, Bride of Frankenstein, Wolfman, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, like all of these classic black and white films. All the horror, I've said this before, all the horror and all the scary movies that we have today stemmed from this. Everything that we have all started with the Universal Monsters, and that's why I feel like we need to appreciate these movies and watch them and celebrate them, because if it was not for these films, who knows? Would we have the horror films we have today? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But it all started with Dracula and Frankenstein in 1931. So I love this set. Have I watched anything from here yet? No, I have not. I do have to get on it. But I have seen like my 4K steelbooks of Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. I have several other physical media items featuring the Universal Monsters that I have watched. And they're great movies. They absolutely are. And they're short, they're quick, they're like 80, 90 minutes long, and they're a lot of fun, and they take you back in the day. So as of right now, that is my current horror DVD collection, physical media collection. There we go. But I will be going up to Bull Moose in a few weeks, so anticipate the collection is going to grow. I always like to go over to the scary movie section up there and just, I could be there for an hour just looking around. There's just so much that they have. So I probably will pick up a few more titles because they're just so reasonable and cheap up there. It's always amazing. I'm rambling. I'm going to stop the video. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I truly do appreciate it. Comment down below and let me know how many horror films, DVDs do you have in your collection, or which is your favorite one. Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time.